joining us now is former acting attorney general and also America First legal board member Matthew Whitaker. Matt, great to have you here. Where do you see this headed? Because as the congressman was just talking about too, the fact that if there's an impeachment inquiry even, it gives them much more power in getting some of these documents, which we know it seems like they're getting stonewalled every turn, including also from the National, the National now Archives too as well. They seem to be blocking them. So how does this press them, and will there now be obligations for the National Archives and others to finally turn over some of these documents?
Yeah, good morning, Rita. It's so good to be with you. What I know is that Joe Biden could make this really all go away if he was just honest and transparent. Remember, he promised to be the most transparent administration in American history. We're seeing that that has limits, obviously, because Joe Biden doesn't want this information to come out. An impeachment inquiry is the next logical and important step. And, Kevin McCarthy needs to make sure as Speaker of the House that he has 218 votes, because if this comes to a vote and he can't get those votes, it's going to be not only embarrassing for him and for the caucus, but I think it's also going to inappropriately give Joe Biden some cover, suggesting that, he has done nothing wrong. And so, I think the powers that an impeachment inquiry give the House to get the documents they've tried to obtain otherwise is going to be critical to demonstrate, really what this scheme was between Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, and many others.
And Matt Whitaker, speaking of cover, the special counsel, David Weiss, came out and through the Department of Justice said that it looks like they're planning to indict Hunter on gun charges and expecting to do that later this month. Is that just sort of smoke and mirrors? Is that just the tip of the iceberg, going after him on maybe the least of it, none of the foreign lobbying, none of the other issues?
Yeah, it is. And I remember this, he was going to plead to this charge, or at least take a diversion related to this gun charge. I think this tries to make it look like they're treating him more seriously maybe than they were. But remember, they have allowed 2 serious tax felonies to expire under the statute of limitations. We've never heard the Foreign Agent Registration Act or the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act be considered or investigated. And I think that is also complete legal malpractice as it comes to how this case has been treated. So I don't think any moves that Special Counsel Weiss is making should be cause for celebration right now.
What do you find the most compelling pieces of evidence, Matt, in terms of putting these things together? It's a lot of circumstantial evidence, but as you know all too well, so many prosecutors, that is an enormous bulk of their case. There's a lot of people in jail for circumstantial evidence when it's that combination of things, whether it's, as we talked about, the FBI informant, whether it's the shell companies, the whistleblowers. I mean, there's a lot of things there, the emails with the aliases, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, it does. I think you can boil it down pretty simply. It is the transactions where Hunter Biden was on the Burisma board. His dad used the United States' money to get the investigator, the prosecutor who was investigating Burisma, fired. And Joe Biden has, several nice houses, and Hunter Biden has claimed in writing that he has to give 50% of his income to his father. So I think there is a string there that prosecutors could connect. There's a prima facie case for bribery, it appears to me, and I think that's where the House is going to spend a lot of time trying to figure out those transactions.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're expecting to get some more details, even on like bank records and so forth, later on this week. At least that's what Comer was telling me a few days ago. Matt, thank you so much. I know you're in Iowa for a big game today too, right? So good luck.
Yeah, I invited Donald Trump. Go Hawks. Thank you.
Good luck. I'm sure you're going to have a great time with the former president. Thanks so much, Matt. Good to see you.